Out Bodges, special guest time. Bodge Junior. Say hello, Bodge Junior. Hello. Junior. We have our next project. It's in front of me. Let's have a look. We have a Rootin, Tootin, petrol, scooter. Does need full strip down restoration. We did have it running, but certain bits of it exploded, and as you can see in my hand, I've got some bits. I don't think it's been ridden much because the tyres aren't too bad. There's little bits that are dangling off where it's been thrown in a shed, and then here on the pull start goes on there. We have this little thing. I've already loosened it off because I'm going to show you what went wrong. Oh, you're acting in gunny, yo.
No, just like, be careful.
Be careful, suddenly he's worried about my health and safety. Right, this is part of the pull start. As you can see, it's broken, smashed. So, noisy ass cars. So, what I did was I ordered another one, which I'm hoping is going to be a bit of an upgrade, because this one's got two of these little centrifugal bits on, whereas the old one only had one. Grass everywhere. So we're going to replace that so as a pull start works again. And the engine, it ran okay. I need to check the clutch on it because it didn't seem to have a lot of power, but then it is only like a little, I don't know, 40, 50 cc engine. Chinese rubbish. So we'll have to have a look at that and see what they're at. Also, we got, hang on, let me pass this to Junior. What's a Junior? Open that bag. Give me that one. We have performance air filter, performance, and everything needed in the bag to fit it. Alright. So we keep all that together, Junior.
Yeah.
Put them in, I don't know, find a flat space in the workshop, shed of shit, and just put them next to the drill or wherever. So what we're gonna do, is we're gonna start stripping this, take it right the way back, bare pit, bare frame, and rebuild everything that we need to rebuild to get this up and running for Junior to have a ride about on.
I'm not riding about on that.
Moody ass teenager, he'll bloody love it. Step one, Bodges, is removing the fuel tank and the fuel pipes off the carburetor, and we'll get rid of that first and make it safe to work on.
Rolling.
And we're rolling. Technical, eh? Junior knows more about filming than YouTube than I do, and it's one of the reasons why Junior is on the channel. So, fuel pipes are off. What do we need to get that off? Hang keys. Hang on. Really? You don't have to leave all that in, editing all that out. And we're rolling and all that. Right, so Allen key, H5. I'm assuming H5 means 5 mil. You see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting professional quality Not the usual nonsense and wavy camera angles and all the rest of it, you know. Those two are out. Fuel tank's off. So hopefully we won't set fire to ourselves. I'm going to put them back in there. Just so we can remember where they are. What it has done is opened out where we can get to the engine. We've come down here then. So we've got, I think, that one there, that one here, I think. And another one around this side. Take those out, we should be able to get the whole thing out. So first to the engine mount. It's tight. No idea why that's so tight. Look at the wiring. Look at that wiring. That's wiring that not. I'll have to redo all that properly. Sparks near the fuel tank is a great idea. What do you reckon, Junior?
I think
You're very quiet as a cameraman.
I know.
You can talk.
I know I can talk.
Is there another one on that side, Junior?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
I'm gonna try get this one up and running, even though a new engine is about 50 odd quid, 60 quid on the old flea bay. Another around here, Junior. Around here. Nice and convenient behind the chain. Maybe I should have taken the back wheel out first. But we're both learning here. What fun would it be if it's so easy? There. How long's this bolt?
I don't know.
I think it might come out if we Right, other side, Julia. Other side. It is missing things like a seat, but the lad who got it off says he's going to have a look at his dad's place and see if he's got it kicking around. He thinks he has. So it might still turn up, that thing. I'll have to chase him up. This bolt's about 15 miles long. There. Chain off. That's bolt out. That'll be the powerhouse off. Almost got the engine off. Let's try and work out where this throttle cable is. Come round here, round here, round here.
Ah, just give me a moment.
So over here is where the throttle cable is. Don't film the toolbox. Somebody wants to see the toolbox.
Ah.
Hang on, Bodges. Let's bodge it. We'll get back to you when we get this off. So I've winged it a bit there, Bodges. Taking the carb off. We'll deal with that in a minute. Engine off. This thing is so mucky. Now that was off the old airbox. Don't need that. Right. Next. We got it off. Simple as out, you know, it only takes a good 20 minutes to get the bloody thing off. But off it is. Right. That, Junior, goes with the other stuff so we don't lose it. Right then, Bodges. Back brake. Pop that off. Put that back in there and let me know where it is. Because I have a tendency to lose stuff, much to Mrs. Bodge's disdain. So it's all just, somebody's already been at it, bodging it. And this right, all needs a rebuild. Because that goes through there simply. Not. Cable ties from the cable tie factory. Zip ties, whatever it is, Americans call it, zip ties. I am keeping all these, I am rolling things in, you know. Right. So we're getting the cables off. We're going to take this lot off because it's doing me head in, swinging around, and makes the whole damn thing top over. So we'll started taking out that. I think.
Zoom.
No. Way off. What are you thinking? No. All wrong. Bingo bango. Improper use of the incorrect tool. But don't do as I do, because I am a bodger. Get rid of that, makes things a lot easier to deal with. Put that back in there. Makes it easier to deal with. Next thing, we'll get the deck off. I'm going to take the wooden deck off because that will need a strip and a repaint, or whether we decide to put some sort of wood preserver on it, I don't know. And then let's get into these impossible jobbies down here. Come round here, look, you'll see what I'm doing down here. No. Simple as anything. You need to get into that. So I'm doing those underneath or on the top of the deck, whichever way around you like it. And then we go around the other side, bodges, do the same again. What do we think of the show so far?
I don't know.
Sorry, bodges, just had to explain to the boy about editing videos, even though he's supposed to be the YouTube expert.
Shush.
The online consultant.
We get it, you're a dinosaur.
Correct. And then that should, in theory, come off.
Hooray.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the deck off. That will sand back, and I think we might stain that Bodge Junior just to make it look pretty.
What do you mean by pretty?
That's look pretty, isn't it? That's look pretty. A bit like me. I look pretty. See, no argument. We'll take that as a yes. Alright boy, you've got my jeans. You'll be as pretty as I am one day. Again, improper use of the improper tool. We don't care because we're all bodges. We want to use the right tool. We're in the wrong place. We'll take this stand off because the stand is plugged anyway. You know this, bodges. You see what's happening here. somebody's definitely been at this. There's all sorts of bits of washer and all sorts in there. You see how it's a bit limp. You also see how it's been banged about and dropped and all the rest of it. Somebody's probably tried riding it with it hanging down, as you do. Get rid of those. Starting to get it down to its component parts here, Bodges. I'm going to take the engine mounting off. Hopefully what we're going to do, Bodges, is get this right the way down to a base frame, take the paint off, repaint it, and then put it all back together, renewing bits as we go. There's one thing, just put it in your oil to lubricate all this lot. Good God. You see all the damage to the frame, it all needs straightening out. Yeah, it's only a cheap Chinese thing. Yeah, look at these wells here, look. Look at those wells. Now, as it colours used to call that chicken shit. What?
I know, I just find that funny.
That's what they used to call it. Chicken shit welding.
Literally.
Yeah. It looks like chicken shit, look at it. Come back in a minute, Bodges, we'll have it off. Big amount of oil on the bottom of there, oil and fuel mix. What have they been doing with it? As long as they ain't been a flaming streak of teenager going down the street at some point. And then, we're going to take this off with the appropriate sized stuff. Of which that isn't. Oh, because that's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. Right, Bodges, you see what I'm doing? Like I say, I don't think it's been ridden much. I think it's just been abused in the back of a shed somewhere. Because it's all coming apart a bit hard. So not to do it, Bodges, as normal. Top bodging. Bear with us, Bodges, hang on. Improper use of the improper tools at the improper time. Not working. Need to have a rethink. Take off the breaker retaining bolt. It promptly falls apart. I'm not even sure the brakes worked. Well, maybe they did. Maybe they did. take them off next. These are the adjusters. Hopefully it should just pull out of there, but not quite, but just not quite. We're getting there, we're getting there. There's the back wheel out. Slow the brakes. Take the chain off. That's the cog. It drives the whole damn thing. These are the adjusters that go either side. I mean, look at the amount of oil and mankiness, as we call it, around these parts. But pretty quickly, we're going to the point where we're nearly at a bare frame again. And then we'll start the rebuild, which Junior is going to do in most of. Since it's all been so well documented by our cameraman.
Hey!
Who's been filming snails.
Oh, I love snail. Snail. Look at that snail.
Escargot. That's what the French call it when they eat it.
Yeah. Poor snail.
Funny habits, the French. Get the front wheel out. If we can. Again, everything just seems like it's all just tight and bent, and it's had a few years where it's just been banged about in a shed, I think. I honestly don't think it's done a lot of work. I don't think there's been too many kids riding the damn thing. And then out comes the front wheel. Stupid mud flap, which I don't know who the hell put that on, but that certainly isn't factory. That is a right spanner, screwdriver, whatever you call them. You know, you start getting mud on your start getting mud on your chain, as you say, when you're a youth. Not coming out. So we'll go back to the improper use, the improper tool, at the improper time.
You just took the paint off of it.
Yeah, I've taken the paint off it. No matter, all the paint's coming off it because it's all going to get rebuilt, isn't it? Yeet! Right, now this is full of bearings. Can you see in here? Look. Get in here with the thing. Get in here with the thing. You see in there all the bearings? What we don't want to do is lose all them. Because if you lose all them, you're searching around on the workshop floor, taking a look at the workshop floor and what the workshop floor is, find all them. Bad enough, I think we've lost one in there already. So, that will be the big nut on there. These Irwin vice grips are awesome. One day, when we get big enough, they might even sponsor us, Irwin. No, Dad.
No, I kind of doubt that.
They might see the genius that's at work. Oh, there's a little secret thing there. That's why I was struggling, Bodges. That's why I was struggling. Oh, Allen key. You broke the Allen key. Look at that, first one. Get in. We'll get back to your bodges when we've got this off.
Bam.
That off. All these little ball bearings that like to drop out. Get them before they go in the grass. That's magnetic. And then that one comes off. There'll be more of those little ball things in the top. Ball bearings, what do you do? Ball bearings, Colin. There they are, all in there, look. See him? And that's what retains them, although that's been mangled.
A ball just fell.
Oh no, got it. Got it. All of them. Into that. And then, see if we can get that out. If not, you can see where it is. No, out it comes. Nice. Get that one out. That's that one out. And that, Bodges, is the teardown of the Rootin Tootin petrol scooter. So next thing is we'll be straightening out all the bits that are bent. You can see that thing, making sure that it's still square. I don't know what's going on with that, but it looks alright. I don't think it's going to affect how it rides. So we'll clean it off, all the paint off, and then start the rebuild. But all that will be in part 2. See you, Bodges.